Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Saturday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Um, Wanted to continue my look at my vinyl collection from A to Z. This time starting in on the B's. I didn't know where to start. Whether start with the Beatles or I start with Blue Oyster Cult, some of the bigger bands. I kind of started in the middle, I think, as I don't keep my records in order within the letters. I do keep them. I do keep them alphabetically, but I don't keep them alphabetically in order within each letter. So I just grabbed some of the B's in here, and thought I'd go through them with you, have some fun, show you some great bands and artists that I have in my collection, and start off with this one here. This is Bonham, great British hard rock, glam rock band. Amazing, amazing stuff. Of course, formed by Jason Bonham. John Bonham's included in this, but it's by Jason Bonham. Formed in 1988, as I said. Of course, he's the son of the amazing Zeppelin drummer John Bonham. They only released 4 studio albums between 1988 and 1997. This is their debut. The disregard of timekeeping. Nice find. It's in darn near mint condition. Really, really good stuff. I really like this album. It's on the WTG label. Again, mint condition. Nice find. Scooped it up right away. And I've yet to find more in the wild, so I'll have to keep my eye out for this. But glad to find it. And also features Bob Ezrin as producer, who produced Deep Purple. So many fantastic bands. Trevor Rabin, the amazing guitarist, is a featured guitarist on this on a couple of tracks. Also, it's just a combination of great hard rock and glam rock. Really, really good stuff. And a couple of singles, Wait For You, Guilty, and Bring Me Down, are featured off of this one. But features Daniel McCaster on vocals, John Smithson on keyboards, bass, and violin, Ian Hatton on guitars, and of course Jason Bonham on drums and percussion. Again, really nice cover, darn near new. I think I paid like $15 for it, so new would probably be about 30 or 40, I would say, the way prices are going. And I'll put that back a little later. Next, this amazing artist who we lost way too soon, Mr. Tommy Bolin. Great guitarist. Short-lived American guitarist from Iowa. Played with greats like Zephyr and James Gang and Deep Purple. Also amazing solo artist and a session musician. A combination of hard rock, heavy metal, blues rock, funk rock. Unfortunately died of a heroin overdose at the early age of 25. He was only 25 when he passed away. That's just way too young for a talent like this. This is 1975's Teaser. Another fine find from Tommy Bolin. It's all kinds of amazing artists on here. Players like David Foster, Jan Hammer, and Jeff Beccaro from Toto, Phil Collins. Glenn Hughes sings a track on here called Dreamer, but he's not credited. David Sanborn plays on here as well. All kinds of amazing artists plays on this amazing debut album by Tommy. I also have his second. This is Private Eyes. Another fine album. Would unfortunately be his last solo album, as he was on tour with Jeff Beck at the time and died of that overdose that I was speaking of earlier. Carmine Appice, the amazing drummer, plays drums on Someday We'll Bring Our Love Home. And yeah, just another fantastic album by Tommy Bolin. Private Eyes. A little bit of ring wear, but still the vinyl is great. Really good stuff. Good hard rock stuff. But more than that, you know, jazzy, funky, bluesy stuff as well. This amazing artist. I had a bunch of his stuff earlier. I don't know what I did with it, but I picked this one up just because of the cover mainly. And I've always liked this artist. I'm just not familiar with. I think his big hit, "Fooled Around and Fell in Love." But he's so much more than that. This is Mr. Elvin Bishop. This is Hog Heaven. I just love that cover. Yeah. Cool American blues rock. This is on the Capricorn Records label. Blues rock. Southern rock, I guess. Singer, songwriter, guitarist, part of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band at one time, inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame in 2016. This is 1978's Hog Heaven, as I said. Just a great, fun album. Again, I picked it up mainly for the cover, but I really enjoy the album. It's so good, so good. This next one is their one and only, unfortunately, but you got three main players in here as a super group. You got Jeff Beck, Tim Bogart, and Carmine Appice as Beck, Bogart, and Appice. Nice, fun album. There's the band there. Yeah, this is an amazing album by three greats. It's on the Yellow Epic label. Of course, Jeff Beck being Jeff Beck, and then you got Tim Bogart, bassist, and Carmine Appice on drums, both part of the Vanilla Fudge and Cactus earlier bands. This album here is a combination of hard rock and blues rock. And again, their one and only album, released in 1973. They do a great version of Superstitious, and the rest of the album is really good. Yeah, you got Black Cat Moon, Lady, Oh to Love You, Superstition by Stevie Wonder, Sweet Sweet Surrender, Why Should I Care, Lose Myself With You, Live Alone, or Living Alone, and I'm So Proud. Amazing stuff. Jeff Beck is just a wonder on guitar. I saw him with Jeff Healey and Stevie Ray Vaughan in Toronto. One remarkable concert. I'll never forget it. I wish I could relive it, really, because it was so good. This next band, one of my favorites, one of my later favorites. Sorry, my lighting's really weird today. It's still a dark, dreary kind of a weekend. There we go. The amazing band Bebop Deluxe. This is their album Axe Victim. English rock band formed in Wakefield, West Yorkshire, in 1972. They were active between 72 and 78 approximately. Combination of art rock and glam rock and progressive rock, led by the amazing Bill Nelson. I've got to get some of his solo stuff as well. Just a remarkable singer, guitarist. Like I said, this is 1974's Axe Victim, their debut album. And if you notice as I go along, a lot of there's the glam rock photo right there. A lot of their photos have to do with guitars on their album covers, or um, the this is a gatefold as well. Um, References to guitars. Their debut album has been compared to being sounding Bowie sounding, David Bowie sounding, um, or Bowie, however you pronounce it. Some people, tomato, tomato. But I find that, and I can hear that. But they make it their own. They make it their own. Um, Again, there's also shades of blues rock and progressive rock in that album as well. But really good find. Thank you to Glenn Calloway and Larry Graves, the Canadian Stud Muffin, for turning me on to Bebop Deluxe. I'm really happy they mentioned that, because I really had no clue of them at one point. Now I have all their discography. So this is Futurama, their second album. More progressive rock than their debut album. They maybe realized that they were that Bowie sounding, so they made their own sound. But really, really nice album. Really enjoying this one, Futurama. And I'm going to listen to some Bebop Deluxe today for sure. Futurama is, I think, what is that? There's something about a guitar feature on this one as well. I should have written it down. I just can't remember, but it has to do with some type of guitar. I think a name of a guitar, maybe. This one's definitely reference to a guitar, Sunburst Finish, which is the finish on the guitar. But this is their third album, released in 1976, recorded in Abbey Road Studio. Art rock, pop rock, progressive rock. One of the few charting singles that they have is Ships in the Night. But amazing, amazing album. There's the band there. Again, Bill Nelson's just fantastic. And Modern Music would be their fourth studio album. Okay, these guys are kind of hitting their peak at this point. Get the original sleeve, which has seen better days, but it's on the Harvest label. Again, 1976 release, and kind of peaking at this point in time. Still a great album. Still a great album. I really like it. And then their fifth and final album, as far as a studio album, this is Drastic Plastic. This is again on the Harvest label. Drastic Plastic is 1978 release. More art rock and new wave in this case than their previous stuff. A couple of hits like Panic in the World and Electric Language. Or Bebop Deluxe. So that's all their studio albums. And then I have their live album, Live in the Air Age. Amazing, amazing stuff. This is 1977 release. Double album. It's on the Black EMI label. It's not a gatefold, unfortunately, where all the albums were together, and I don't really like that type of cover, but what can you do? So you've got side one, which is an album, and then side, it's really two. It's a live album, but they include a couple of EPs in this one as well. So on side one, you've got Live in the Air Age, Ships in the Night, Peace of Mind, Fair Exchange. Side two is an EP called Shine. Side three is an EP called Sister Seagull and Made in Heaven. And then side four, Mill Street Junction, Adventures in a Yorkshire Landscape, and Blazing Apostles. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. It's got the original inner sleeve too. But yeah, if you don't know Bebop Deluxe, definitely check these guys out. So there you have it, guys. There's my look at bees, my start of bees. It's going to take me a few, as I'm only doing 10 at a time. Bees are a fairly large selection here, so I'll come up with another 10 soon and continue on. So have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.